So the next method in measurement of trend is principle of least squares. So already you know what is principle of least squares. Already you have read in semester 3. Okay. Now let us see what are the two variables. I said yt and t are the two variables. We represent the time series in this way by treating t as the first variable, yt as the second one. Now method of curve fitting, how many curves we'll have means you know that straight line is a curve, straight line, parabola, okay, exponential curve. These three are known to you, double exponential. Modified exponential curve. Gompertz curve. Logistic curve. So you already know how to fit a straight line, how to fit a parabola, how to fit an exponential curve. 1, 2, 3, 4 are the other 4 curves. So what is the form of straight line? Y is equal to a plus bx. Instead of writing y, we write here as the two variables are t and yt, we write yt is equal to a plus bt. Parabola is yt is equal to a plus bt plus ct square. Exponential curve is yt is equal to a e power t. Double exponential curve is y is equal to a b power t and c power t square. This is a new curve. Modified exponential is yt is equal to a plus b c power t. And Gompertz curve is, these are the forms of the curve. Gompertz curve is yt is equal to a b c power t. And logistic curve is yt is equal to k by 1 plus e power a plus bt. So you know how to fit the first three curves, straight line, parabola and exponential curve. Likewise writing the normal equations and all. Double exponential also similar to exponential curve only. This one, these three are known to you, which we have already discussed in previous semesters. For fitting this modified exponential, Gompertz and logistic curves, we are not going to use the principle of least squares, and we are going to use two different methods called method of three selected points and partial sums, method of partial sums. So for measuring trend, method of principle of least squares is third method, where the first three curves, straight line, parabola, exponential curve, double exponential curve, are fitted by using principle of least squares. The remaining curves, Gompertz curve, logistic curve and modified exponential curve, cannot be fitted by principle of least squares. We are going to use two new methods called method of partial sums and three selected points. So let us discuss the first two now, which we are already known to you. You can write the normal equations directly. Y is equal to a plus bt is the curve to be fitted, where a and b are the constants. You should write the normal equations here. How many normal equations you will get? You will get two normal equations, one corresponding to a and one corresponding to b, where sigma yt is equal to an plus, I think you know how to write the normal equations. You should take sum with respect to 1 here, then you should multiply the coefficient of t on both sides. T by t is equal to a sigma t plus b sigma t square. These are the two normal equations. By solving, you need to find out the totals. Usual method sigma yt, sigma t by t, sigma t square from the given data, and you can find the best estimates of a comma b, which we denote that with a hat comma b hat. So the required trend line will be yt hat is equal to a hat plus b hat t. Again I repeat, Fitting of straight line by principle of least squares is same which we did in the previous semesters. The variables are changing, that's all. There we wrote y is equal to a plus bx as x and y are the variables there. Here the two variables are t and yt. So the form itself is changing. Yt is equal to a plus bt. We are going to write the normal equations, and by solving these two normal equations we will get the estimates for a comma b, which are called a hat comma b hat. Yt hat is a hat comma a hat plus b hat t. This is called the fitted straight line or trend line by using the principle of least squares. What is the other form? I think this doesn't need further explanation. You can write the normal equations with your knowledge which you have learned in the previous classes. If you are fitting a second degree parabola, how many constants are there? A, B, C. So you will get three normal equations, one with respect to A, one with respect to B, one with respect to C. First one is sigma yt is equal to an plus b sigma t plus c sigma t square. Then next one you should multiply with the coefficient of b, which is t by t is equal to a sigma t plus b sigma t square plus c sigma t cube. Second one is nothing but with t square you should multiply. T square by t is equal to a sigma t square plus b sigma t cube plus c sigma t cube, t power 4. You will find out the totals and solve the equations to get the estimates of a hat comma b hat comma c. Then the required trend line will be yt hat is equal to a hat plus b hat t plus c hat t square. This is the trend line when we are fitting the second degree parabola. Okay, by putting different values for t, we can estimate the values of we can estimate means we can see an improvement over the first two methods, that we can estimate the values in the previous, or we can predict for the future values also using principle of least squares. Thank you.